Hello there and welcome back to my channel. How are we doing today? Today I'm going to talk to you about my business goals, which is the second part of my goals to 2018. The first part was me going through my personal goals, and the link for that is in the description if you would like to check it out. This video is slightly late. I should have done it when I started these videos, but you never know. I'm getting to it now, and I suppose that's the good thing. Same as the last video, I'm going to apply the S.M.A.R.T method to these goals, which I will run through with you later on. So, let's go! I'm going to be using notes that I'm holding to help me through with this because it's just going to be too long for me to remember otherwise. So, the first one was my business goal is blogging. No, it would help if I could read English. My first business goal is blogging. I want to be blogging as my career. It is something that I really enjoy and I've been doing for the past 3 years, and I absolutely love it. I love the time that I have to dedicate to it. Although it's a struggle because I've now bumped it up to 5 a week instead of 3, and I was originally on 1. I am really loving it, and I love the challenge of it, and I think it's absolutely great. I want to get my blog having a lot of views, which is really important to me because I want people to see what I do and see my work. You know, I put in a lot of hours in it, and I wouldn't do it if I didn't think people would enjoy it. But, you know, I'm not going to please everyone, so I totally understand it. But I have been getting more views recently since I have been doing the 5 blog posts a week, so that's really good. I also want to help out as many people who are gluten and yeast free because and now dairy free as I am now, as I'm finding that especially when I started it was incredibly difficult, and I want to create cookbooks and things for other people to help them with that. This is also my version of giving back to the world. You know, eventually I want to be viewed, well, hopefully, not necessarily as big, but viewed like Ellen DeGeneres is immediately when you think of her, you think she's given so much back to the people who watch her videos, the people who watch her TV show and things like that. I want to be able to give that inspiration to people. Or even if I'm just a welcome distraction to people for 5 minutes, 10 minutes of their day. You know, when I get really bummed out and really feeling like rubbish, I have to watch YouTube for 10-15 minutes, even an hour sometimes, and it's really helpful. So if I can do that for someone, that would be amazing if I could. I also want to create a blog about teenagers making money. When I was a teenager, my mum and my dad, although we still are, were going through many financial troubles, and at being the age I was, I didn't have the opportunity or the way of giving them money help, you know, helping them with money, bringing money in, and that was huge hardship for me. I wanted to be able to help, so I want to be able to help kids do that, you know, because there wasn't much that I could look up, and there wasn't many things in terms of options that I could look at to help my parents, so I really want to do that. You know, it's also really good for kids to create their own path as early as possible as to what they want to do, because you can change it at any point. But if you like me figured out really early what you want to do, like my mum, she's in a job at the moment, like a stable 9 to 5 job, but she is no better off than she was 10 years ago, and that's what I want the blogging to do for me. I want it to soar and be different, change all the time, you know, in good ways, not necessarily bad ways, but good ways. And I knew that, and they're now my parents are now giving me the opportunity to do that, and understanding that this is what I want to do and supporting me massively. But I may place this under somewhere else. I may not include this part of the money making for children or teenagers, as I like to put it, in my blog. I might create a whole separate thing for that, or even just write a book for that. So where am I now? I have increased the amount that I write per week. As I said, 3 years ago when I started this, I was writing one blog post a week, which wasn't bringing very many views in. The second year I was writing 3 a week, which was bringing more views in than it was the previous year, and now I am writing 5 blog posts a week, which is bringing in a lot more traffic than I thought possible, which is excellent, and I'm really happy about it. And I'm also Instagramming 6 days a week. When I started this, to start with, I don't like social media. I think it gets a lot of bad press, and I don't want to be dragged into that. But I think that I started Instagram because it was an easy one I could start with. I could photograph what I make in terms of my baking and my cooking, and my drinks making, and it just made everything so much easier for that. And I didn't have to be completely knowledgeable on technology and things, because I'm just not, and I don't like Twitter. I can't stand Twitter, and I've not been on Facebook in about 5 years, so why would I pick that? So I'm now Instagramming 5-6 days a week, and that's been helping me hugely as well. I now have currently 127 followers, I believe, and I've been doing it for nearly a year and a half. My mum's thumbs up in the background. So that is really, really good, and I'm really happy about it. My second goal to do with my business is YouTube. Now, when I wrote this, didn't have a YouTube channel. I now do, and I am working very, very hard on that. Sorry, these are not lining up for me. So when I wrote this, I wanted to create a YouTube channel. I wanted to do chatty videos like this to you guys. I wanted to do film reviews. I want to do book reviews. I wanted to do gluten-free and yeast-free cooking, baking and drink making, hauls, craft videos, gaming videos and business information videos, as I have been doing business since I was, what would you say, Mum, 18? Since I was 18 I've been trying to do businesses. And I also wanted to do weekly vlogs and day vlogs like Zoella does, where they're just days in the life vlogs as well as weekly vlogs, because I loved when Sprinkle of Glitter, Louise Pentland, that's her name, when Louise Pentland did weekly vlogs, I would watch them, and I loved that they were really, really long videos, as I enjoy long videos, especially when I'm working. It's just nice to listen to. And I also put at the bottom of that section on my blog post, I cannot wait to get started and cannot wait for the fun that I'm going to have with it. And I can tell you that where I am now is at the beginning of this year I started weekly vlogging, and I've been keeping up with that. They've been from degree of different lengths, as there are things that I do that I won't film, i.e. I am a carer for my uncle and I babysit my cousin's children regularly, and I will not put them on film because I do not, one, have their mother's consent, and nor would I, because they're not my children, and I wouldn't feel comfortable putting a child on camera. I have started doing main channel videos, i.e. chatty videos, which I started from the 1st of July this year, and I have also started doing baking, well, gluten-free baking videos, which I also started on the 1st of July. I am doing 3 videos a week in total, and sometimes I'm doing 4 if there's a special event. Like a couple of weeks ago I did a 4th video for Harry Potter Day where I made his birthday cake, and that was really, really great fun. And I'm also filming in the daytime, which I wasn't before. I didn't feel comfortable in front of the camera yet, so I had to wait for my mum to come home from work and film, especially with baking videos, which meant I was working and doing baking videos till about 10 o'clock at night, which I wasn't happy doing because I have other things I need to be doing and I want to be able to sleep at night, which would be helpful. So I have started filming during the day. I have built up that confidence through doing as many videos as I'm doing, and it's actually excellent because I didn't think I'd be able to do 3 videos a week, even as many videos as I'm doing anyway, until we had our own place, which we don't have. We're living with my grandmother and my uncle in my grandmother's house, and I didn't have the space to do it. I still don't really have the space to do it, and yet I am still producing as much work as I am, and I'm really, really proud of myself for it. If you can hear snoring in the background, that is my dog Magic and my grandmother's dog Poppy. They are fast asleep in here, so that's the background noise you can hear. Just thought I'd mention that. There she goes. My 3rd business goal is to do books. I would love to be able to write my own books. I would like to write books about cookbooks for gluten-free and yeast-free cooking, baking and drinking videos, just general gluten-free baking videos, just some cooking videos and just some drink making videos. I would also like to move on to more specialised things like cakes, breads and cookies. So like I've seen cookbooks where there are 150 gluten-free cupcakes. Well, actually no, that's just for normal cakes. So 150 cakes, 150 cupcakes, 150 cookies in just one cookbook, and that's the sort of thing that I would like to do, because then they're more specialised. I'm not bringing out one cookbook that does loads of things but it's not specific to what you want. Like if I want to make a cupcake, I'll look online and it will be 50 options of cupcakes, which I absolutely love, because then you never really run out of ideas, and that's why I love those types of cookbooks, hence why I have written that I want to make those type of cookbooks. I also want to start writing, because I'm making notes now, obviously learning as I go, information books for people who want to earn money working from home, or either as a side income or a full-time income, as I'm trying to create that for myself. Sorry, I'm not very good at the breathing yet. So where am I now on that? I am experimenting. So where am I now? I'm experimenting with gluten-free baking, cooking and drink recipes all the time to build up the recipes for my cookbook. I do a gluten-free baking video and gluten-free baking blog post every Wednesday, and I also do on Thursdays a alternate between 1 week doing gluten-free cooking and 1 week doing a gluten-free drink making. So that is helping me build up all the time, which is absolutely excellent, as it will create all the contents for my book before I have to actually make the book, so I can just copy and paste it and have done with. I'm also experimenting with dairy-free recipes too, as with my chest I get awful chest pains and I have found dairy not to be a good thing for it, so I am now experimenting with dairy-free things, and I think that's really, really good for me, and I'm really, really happy with it. So as I said at the beginning of this video, I'm going to be using the S.M.A.R.T method to achieve these goals, hopefully. You know, I'm going to use these months as a trial period to see if this helps me or not, and there will be a link in the description for an explanation of that if you want to either try it or just find out a bit more information on it. As there are so many steps in this that are going to be similar, I'm going to be combining the steps to achieving these goals. So the long-term goals are to employ editors for me, as I spend easily, well, one video usually takes me most 3 hours to edit, so 9 hours a week editing, which is insane. Employ graphic designers, so I've got really nice looking designs on my pictures and on my blog and on my YouTube videos. I want to employ an assistant who will look after my emails for me, as emails have gone through the cracks because I haven't seen them because I'm doing so much else at the time. I would like to employ a web designer who will keep on top of what my website looks like, as I feel it looks a little bit amateurish at the moment, but I can't afford that, so that's why it's a long-term goal. I want overall help, so I want people who will work for me into creating all this content, and no, not the content, because the content will be mine, but help me achieve the goals that I want to do and make them feel a part of it. That is a huge part for me. I want to be both 10 weeks ahead on my blog and my YouTube channel, as I am finding it a real struggle to actually keep ahead of everything at the moment, especially, as I've said before, being a carer and being a babysitter at the drop of a hat or a phone call. It is hard for me to stay ahead, and that is a huge goal for me. That is, if I could get that done tomorrow, I would, because it would just save so much pressure, heartache and stress to do with this, because it takes a lot longer to do things than I ever thought it would when I started doing this for a living. It is insane, and I'm glad that I've learned that early so I can show people and teach people how long this all takes, because the sooner you allow for it, the better everything will be. And it will also help because I want to be able to do special events like National Hot Dog Day, National Donut Day, Harry Potter Day, Star Wars Day. I want to be ahead for all of those events, as they are events I want to take part in, and I haven't been able to for the last couple of years because I've been struggling to stay ahead. I want to be blog editing and filming every single day, even if that's just parts of things and doing extra things. But then if I am employing those people to do that for me, you know, they can be doing that while I'm filming. You know, all these things are hugely important to me, and I cannot wait for everyone to be a part of it and help me and be achieving all of our goals together. I want to be test baking every day, as I am scraping to get that done. I mean, I've got 2 due in the next couple of weeks and I haven't done them, and I need to get ahead on them because otherwise they're just not going to get done. I want to be Instagramming and Instagram storying every day, because I'm not. The only thing I'm Instagram storying is my blog posts that are going up during the week. mainly because I don't feel I can show very much that's going on with my caring for my uncle and babysitting. I feel quite self-conscious about storying very much else, but you know, I need to get over that, and when I'm on my own working, I need to be storying more, and that is what I want to be starting doing, as I think people will enjoy my Instagram account more. I want to be designing, making and creating my own books for the information, the cookbooks and all those things, as I said earlier, and I want to be making books to do with the information, as I said, including the kids' money and children being able to, not children because obviously there's the safety aspect to that, but teenagers, so that they can read my book and know, not necessarily where they'll get employed, because at that age you probably wouldn't, but where they can go to create a business, to earn money, to bring things in, either just for themselves, to help them towards college and things, or just pocket money, extra pocket money. You know, I just want to be doing all those designing of the books and things, as I think that's going to be hugely fun. So the short term for that is I want to stay ahead of the blogging, which I'm desperately trying hard to do. I want to investigate how teens can make money, as that includes safety and things like that, which I didn't think about until I actually wrote the notes for this video, and how they can write resumes and CVs and things, because obviously teenagers won't know how to do it. I didn't get taught that at school. Admittedly, I left the school possibly before they were going to teach it, but I don't ever remember that being on the curriculum of how to teach people how to write CVs. I didn't know. My mum would have to do it for me because I wouldn't have a clue how to do it. I want to expand my interests in what I do on this channel and talk to you guys about it, because I realise, and I do know this, I am a very serious channel. I'm not necessarily the happy person you would like to watch, and I totally understand if that's the reason you don't watch me, but it's because I'm in a very serious and hard stage of my life where I am right now. You know, I'm homeless. I'm currently having to live with my grandmother and my uncle. I'm currently caring for my uncle, which I sort of just walked into. I didn't plan on doing it. I am having to work 12-hour days to get my stuff done, and I am, you know, all of my stuff is in storage. We had a two-bedroom bungalow, and all of our stuff is in storage. I'm in a very low stage of my life, so I totally understand if that's why people don't watch me. I do, I get it. Why would I watch me if someone's just complaining about how hard their life is? But I want to get to the stage where I'm having fun. I want to get to the stage where I'm collabing with other YouTubers. I want to get to the stage where I'm actually providing fun for you guys on my own videos, you know, doing fun videos like Zoella and Mark Ferris do, so it's not all serious. I want to make videos that bring positivity to people, you know, but that's going to have to happen, you know, at some point, and hopefully that's going to happen in the short term. I can't guarantee it, but I'm working really hard to try and make that a reality. And going on from that, I want to investigate other challenges and business challenges for videos, for my blog, you know, because there can't be too much happiness in the world, there can't be too much laughter, so I can't wait to start that. And I want to finalise and collect as many of the recipes as I can for my cookbooks, as soon as that's done, I can make the cookbook. You know, I can get all those things together and have them ready for when I am ready to send my stuff off for deals, for for publishers, that's the word, for publishers. So in the short term, what I want to be doing is writing daily, be it being a cookbook, be it being an informational book, be it being a blog post, be it anything to do with that, just get ahead of writing. I'm doing 3 videos a week. As I've told you, I'm doing a weekly vlog on a Monday, a gluten-free baking video on a Wednesday, and a style/whatever I want on a Friday. So I'm doing that now, which I wasn't at the beginning of the year. I want to be scheduling filming time because, you know, it's hard for me to figure out when I'm going to be okay to film. Like the other day I was doing a baking video and I'd nearly finished it. I just had to wait for the thing to cool down, and my cousin asked me to babysit the children, and I had to do it while my godson was asleep on the sofa, and of course I have to talk louder because I don't have a mic yet. So I had to talk louder to be able to talk over the trains that you can probably hear go by and things like that. And I nearly woke him. So scheduling time around that, especially now that I feel comfortable filming during the day, is really good, and, you know, it's going to get me further, which is excellent. I want to schedule when I'm editing. As I've said before, it takes me about 3 hours to edit videos in general. Sometimes it takes me less, sometimes it takes me more, depending on the content, depending on how many times I flub up words, you know, it can vary, but scheduling that time is massively important. I want to be having weekly meetings with my mum, who is my business partner, my life coach, my everything, and talking to her about ideas and what order I should put things in, because having plans is the best thing that I can do. I also want to schedule my birthday week. I'm going away for my birthday this year, as I have for the last 2-3 years of my birthdays, of my life even, and I am trying to do all of this ahead of time so that I don't have to work as soon as I get back, and I don't have to work over the time I am away on holiday. I want to be researching cookbooks, including Tanya Burr and Nerdy Nummies. I love Rosanna Panzino. She is amazing, and one day it would be my absolute dream to be able to collab with her, and I want to get her cookbooks. She's bringing a new one out in October. I want to get both of them, either as a Christmas present or just in general get them. And Tanya Burr cookbooks I already own 2 of, and I want to research what I like about those cookbooks, the style of them, so I know for my cookbooks in the future. And I want to be working daily. I want to keep up with what I'm doing. You know, I work really, really hard, and I'm loving every single second of it. There are challenges with it, as I've said, and I'm not going to go into anymore, but this is what I want to do, and there is no way it is going to stop me. Nothing in my life is going to stop me from doing what I love to do in terms of my work, because this is the only thing that really matters to me, other than my parents, my dog, and my stuffed dog Shep, because they're my most treasured possessions. And other than that, I'm not going to worry about anything else. So that is where I am today, and I have set up the challenges for the next few months. I'll be interested to see how the SMART method works for me, and I cannot wait to give it a go. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you would use the SMART method to help you with your future goals and your goals in general. And finally, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you next time. Bye!